Hi, PJ here. Today we are removing the radio on a 2006 Vauxhall Zafira, and we are going to be fitting a double DIN Kenwood radio. That's the larger radios. To do that, you're going to need a few parts. You're going to need a fascia adapter, which is like a plastic frame to make the hole the right shape. This is an auto-leads part, and the part number being DFP 1901. You're also going to need a wiring harness adapter, which is this one here, PC2 85-4, also by Auto Leads, and that comes with the aerial filter as well to make the aerial work properly. In addition to these two items, if you're fitting a double DIN unit, you are going to need a cage fitting kit as such. There you go, 103mm universal fitting kit. Do not get the larger 113mm, it must be 103. Part number DFPK 103. There you go. So you're going to need all three of those items. Once you've got those, you can feel free to crack on with your radio. What you do with the radio, you're going to need a couple of release keys. You know, the big jobbies. There we go. Let's just pull one out and show you. You want two of those. Shove them all the way in until they click. Yeah, they've got like a clicking noise that happens. And then literally pull them apart, so away from each other. Yeah, like spread them. Once you've done that, just pull. Yeah, the radio will come forward a little bit and you can take your keys out. Grab the radio top and bottom, pull. Now you might want to put something down over the gear lever area to stop it getting scratched, because obviously you've got the weight of the radio going on it. Possibly also put something, a little bag or such like, which I shall do now, over the gear lever. There we go, just to stop that getting marked. Very easy to mark everything. It is a steel item. Right, let's pull it out. Sometimes a bit stiff. There we go. Just tilt it down, and on the back here you've got a quad lock converter, a quad lock adapter rather. Squeeze the pins at the side, and then pull the lever up, and it will pop off. Yeah. So each side of that, look, you've got squeezy tabs just there. So you just squeeze the tabs together and pull it up. It's on a rotating clip. You've got a FACRA aerial connection just here. There's a pin underneath to push up, so squeeze it together and pull. Comes out, look. There's your squeezy tab, look. You can see that there. Just push that in, look, and it will come out. So that's your radio removed. You're free to put that away to one side, but you're not quite finished yet. You've got a metal frame inside, yeah? This piece here. Now, and it sort of goes halfway round the hole, so you can normally just sort of pull it out. A bit awkward. Sometimes they do stick. They've been in a few years. There you go. Frame. So you want that out as well. Put that to one side, or put it with your original radio, just in case you want to refit your original radio, you know, when you sell the car. I'm going to move on now and click all the cables in, and I'll show you all those clicked in when I've done it. Couple of quick tips when you're going to fit your adapters. Your aerial lead could do with being separated from the main plug, so you've got enough length on it. There's normally like a load of tape holding the two together, look. So if you just undo the tape, you can normally slide it back and get a bit more, you know, length on the aerial cable. So if you're struggling, so you can sort of cut the tape, yeah, push it back like that, and pull your aerial away from it. Like so. So there, look, we've separated it, and we've got a load of aerial cable spare, because when we finish we'll be pushing this right down the back out the way, and it tends to pull your aerial in with it, so bear that in mind. Right, if you want a bit more space to work with on these particular cars, what you can do is get yourself a little flat blade screwdriver, pop it under these clips like so. There you go, like that. Yeah, both sides. Should let you remove the heater panel. Do two hands for this bit, guys, I must admit. There you go. So your heater panel pops out using those clips, and then you can just pull it out. Gives you a nice big gap underneath to get any boxes or cabling or anything you want to put in there. Just a bit handier, so you can put your hand right through and right out the back, look, there you go. All the way around, look, see? There you go, right at the back. Alright, we're just going to clip our cables in. Right, so with our cables clipped in, yeah, so there's the original wiring connector, and we've shoved it into this block just like it was shoved in the back of the original radio, yeah? There you go, it's locked in. And we've also got the aerial adapter plugged in as well now. Yeah, so on the end of the aerial adapter you've got a normal plug. Yeah, it comes with the kit, like I say. Now the thing with these cars is, when you put the new stereo in, you're left with a red wire dangling like so. Look, when you put your connector in, this is to be basically put to an ignition switched power supply. Okay, if you do not connect this, your stereo will not work. And if you connect it to the yellow wire, which is the other positive wire, you will not be able to turn your radio off when you take the key out. It will just stay on all the time, and one day you'll forget to switch radio off and drain your battery flat. So this wire goes to the fuse box for an ignition switched circuit. Okay. Now, I will tell you this little bit of information, but this is not something that I recommend you do at all. If you're in a rush, or to be blunt, you just want to get it done and bodge it, on the back of this heater panel here, there's a thick red wire, yeah, at the bottom. This cable is ignition switched, so I have known people in the past to splice that red power cable into this heater power cable. However, I am not recommending you do that. I would certainly take it to the fuse box and do it properly, which is what I will be doing now. The other wire to just mention is the orange wire on this block. Don't worry about it, you can snip it short, tape it up out of the way. It's for illumination and it's not used on this vehicle. Don't worry about that one. So we're just going to tape all this up, tidy it all up, and run the microphone that comes with the radio. So what we're doing now is just getting the little plastic trim that comes with the bits and bobs that we've got there, and you just hook all your cables over it and put it into place. So you do this first before you put your cage in, yeah? There you go, you've got to sort of click it home all the way around. So sort of snugly fit, they're quite tight, don't worry about that though. There you go, so your cage is in place, yeah, ready with all your cables and everything. If you get trouble sticking your heater panel back in underneath it, you can just pull it forward just to click it back under. Some people want to put the heater panel back first and then put the cage in, doesn't really matter too much, but if you get stuck, just pull it forward, put your heater panel back in, yeah. Right, the rest of your kit for fitting this radio, this is your cage kit that comes with it. So the cage that comes with the original radio you've taken off, yeah? So there's your radio, and it's basically got no plastic frame around the edge anymore and no metal cage around it. So you just slide them off, they literally slide off, okay? You're going to need to use this cage in your kit, there you go, and also the frame, plastic trim frame that comes with it, that one. There you go, because they will fit in the hole correctly. So you've got two pieces there, and it's just literally a case of sliding the metal frame into your plastic trim you've just put. So, in other words, there we go. Now these can be a real tight fit. You've even got the top bowing a bit here, look, but that's not a problem because when the radio goes in, it'll push it up. They can be really awkward to get in, so sort of, you know, wobble them in, quite a bit of force sort of thing. And if the corners won't go in, all I normally do is get like a, you know, something with a flat end on it, put it on the metal corner and just tap the back of it, yeah, just sort of give it a whack and nudge each corner in individually just to get it lined up and flush. So you want your metal lip to be actually completely lined up with the plastic, yeah, okay. There we go. So what you got there is all your cables hanging out, your power cable gone all the way to the fuse box there, quite a long run, and there you go. So at this point you're ready to test the stereo before you go any further. The point now, we've tidied up all our cabling and everything. This particular radio is a DAB radio, so we've got a little DAB aerial plugged in the back here, and the DAB aerial takes a power feed. Okay, so the power feed comes from where are we? There we go, the blue wire power connect on this one. Look, there you go. So this power connection here is either for an electric aerial or for the power on a DAB aerial. Okay, blue wire normally coming out the back of your radio, so you just connect them together with some bullet connectors and away you go. Plug the microphone in, plug the main power cable in, plug your aerial and your DAB aerial in, and basically give it a test. There we go, that's on. What you want to do is switch it on and tune in a radio station and save it to one of the presets, okay? Once you've done that, switch your ignition off, take the key out, count to 5, put it back in, and try it. Make sure that preset is memorised on your channel, yeah? Make sure it's still there, in other words, and it hasn't forgotten it. So if it has forgotten it, you have to switch these two wires round. So all you do, they're on bullet connectors, you unplug them and switch them. So yellow goes to red and red goes to yellow. Only if it's forgot its memory though, if it's not held its radio station that you've tuned in. If it has held them, which it should do using this adapter, just leave them alone. Yeah, simple as that. After you've tested it, you're at the stage where you're needing to be putting on the side plates to be pushing the radio into the dashboard. So I'll just line one of those up now and show you that bit. Right, so in the box with the metal frame, you know, the black metal frame that we put in, you will get these, some brass slidey bits and some plates with some screws. What you've got to do is put your brass bits so that the lugs are pointing outwards, yeah. Line them up with the front edge of the stereo as such. Take your metal bracket plate that you've got and you'll notice some sticky up lugs just there and some holes. There you go, they've got to line up with the screw holes. So just line it up as best you can and drop it down so that the screw holes line up, okay? I'll show you what I mean. There are two types of screw that comes with these kits. There's the self-tapping variety and the proper threaded variety. Most radios have threaded holes that you can use and self-tapping holes. There's a threaded hole, look, and there's a self-tapping hole. I've used threaded ones on this particular one. I've just got to tighten them up now. We've got our little brass thing, the lug's poked in and it's lined up with the front ready to click in. So flip it over and do the other side once you've done one. Okay, so when shoving the wires in, you should be able to tuck the big block right up in the corner. There's a big gap up there, so shove the big one high up and put your aerial adapter low down. Quite difficult to see because it's dark, but you'll have enough space. If you shove them up, there's a huge gap. Look, you put your whole hand up there and then put your radio in. And that is how you fit a double DIN or DAB microphoned up Bluetooth radio into a Vauxhall Zafira. If you have any questions at all or you're unsure about anything, please drop them in the comments below of the video there. I will try and answer you the same day if possible. Yeah, if this video was any help, please click like on your way out. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.